What's up, y'all? Flip here, EUC Chronicles, back with another goodie. First of all, Happy New Year's, everybody. We made it. 2026, we here, we made it. Hope everybody had a happy, safe, prosperous New Year. Mine was nice and low key. Hung out with a few friends. Man, that's about it. Nothing crazy. How's everybody doing, man? I'm going through it, man. I'm going through riding withdrawal, big time. It has been super, super cold here in upstate New York, like just for no reason cold. Usually it takes a while. It's like a gradual process of it getting cold. Not this year, bro. Like this year, it just like went from cool days where, 50s and just like plummeted. So now we're in like it's like 18 degrees right now. And then like with the wind chill, it says it feels like 7 degrees. And that's not just in the nighttime. In the daytime, it's no better. You're talking 22 degrees. Now, can I go out and ride in 22 degree weather? Sure. Do I want to go out and ride in 22 degree weather? It's not fun. It's not fun. You have to layer up so much and it's just not fun. And no matter how much layers you're going to put on, how long you going to be out there for? Like I have these big winter gloves and I go outside in this cold, it takes like 15 minutes. Your hands are already freezing in big winter gloves. You know what I'm saying? So it's been rough. It's been rough, but I've been trying to keep myself sane by doing EUC stuff, getting my EUC ready. And the main thing I've been doing recently, has been printing power knobs, just going power knob crazy. So for Christmas, I ended up buying myself a new 3D printer. Now I already have 2 functioning 3D printers, right? And then I have downstairs in the basement, I have 2 more that are just obsolete at this point. A Delta Tower as well as an A8, which is like the first 3D printer I ever got, which is, it's the first 3D printer. So there's still some love there. But, recently I've been so pleased with the Creality Ender 3 that I bought the year before. So pleased with that. I mean, I have not had a single problem with that printer since I got it. And the reason why I got it is because, like I said, my other printer, which was the older Creality, I believe I don't even remember the name of what it is. CR10, that's what it is. And the new printer that I got last year has way more functions and way more tech in it than my CR10. So once I got it, I was immediately hooked. So since then, I was like playing with the idea, probably like a week, 2 weeks before Christmas. I was like, damn, I do want to start printing power pads, but because I only have really that one reliable printer. Now, I could use the old printer, so it's not like I couldn't, but there's just a lot of things you got to do to make sure that print is going to come out right. I was like, maybe I should get a new printer. And like I said, I like my Creality so much, I was just like, I'm going to get another Creality printer. But this time, I'm going to get an enclosed printer. So I ended up getting the Creality K1 enclosed printer. Like I said, I was just so pleased with the way my other Creality. Now, Creality is hit or miss for some people. For people in the 3D printing space, Creality is either love, hate. But I did think about getting not the Anycubic, it's the other one. It's the one that Duff has. But I decided to just go my own way. So I got the Creality and it has been great so far. I'm loving this thing. The reason why I need an extra one, because when you're printing with TPU, which is the material 3D printing filament that you use for making jump pads, which is a softer, squishier material, it prints slower than your standard filament. So, which is PLA, which is what most people use, PLA or ABS. So it prints slower. So to just do a set of pads, break as well as, either power knobs or whatever, it's just going to take some time. So having 2 printers being able to do that just takes way less time. So that was one of the reasons. And that's what I've been doing. So ever since I got the printer, I've been printing going crazy. But I finally printed some for my InMotion V13, finally. They're great. Now, I went on a Thingiverse to initially find what I was looking for, only because Thingiverse is just, they don't charge and there's a plethora of pads to choose from. And because I do have some CAD softwares and pretty well, knowledgeable about how to kind of tinker and mess around, I figured I can always take something to remix it But for this particular set that I got, I didn't even waste my time. They were perfect. I put them up on the screen. So this is what I found. And, you know, you can multicolor print them if you want, which I actually tried, but we'll get to that in a minute. But, you know, for people who don't know what Thingiverse is, it's just this awesome website for 3D printers where you can literally just print. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of files for you to choose from. And the cool thing about it is when it comes to this 3D printing space, if you have something, you know, a toy or a piece of equipment or something, if you type that in, 9 times out of 10, there's some sort of 3D part for it, you know? So that's like the joy. Now I did go to some other sites to see what they have, and there's some really good stuff on the other sites as well. But the really top high end pad designs, people are charging for them. Now, I don't have a problem with paying. Part of the other reason why I got the 3D printers is to save myself some money. I don't want to have to keep dropping $200 every time I want different pads or to try different pads. And I figured this is the easiest way. And believe it or not, most pads that are out right now, there is an STL file for them online. You just got to look. So the other sites, the pads are ranging between $40 to $70. But I just didn't want to go that route. Now there's some cool designs. And like I said, because I have experience in the CAD software, I can end up making my own, which is actually what I'm going to be doing. I ended up downloading a program, another CAD software design program called Plastic. And it is really, really, really good. I'm just trying to learn the basics right now, but what you can do with it is incredible. So definitely in the future, I will be making some flip pads for sure. For sure. I'm going to sketch out, start with a sketch, and then we'll move on from there. But for right now, before, you know, doing all that, I just found what I liked and I ended up printing them, and I'll put up on the screen so you can see. But it's very, 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 very cool to be able to do that and to be able to customize the way you want to. And like I said, I could be shelling out money because I was going to get Clark pads for the V13. It has like some very wide, and that's the other thing too. I wanted to make sure I had a set of pads that are actually wide. Like I have a duck stance, so my feet don't sit like this. They sit like this. So I didn't want jump pads that were this small, because then in order for me to jump, I have to bring my feet in, jump, and it's not comfortable. So I wanted to print something that was wider than usual for the V13, which is also great, which is what I got to do in the software, and just make it so that it's tailored towards me. The size, I made them nice and big. That's what I love about this 3D printing thing. So that's what I pretty much ended up doing. So right now I'm just waiting for the weather to get better so I can really go out and take him through his paces. Now I rode him around just a little bit, but I didn't really get to really go hard with him, you know. So I'm just waiting for the weather to get better to do that. But I will show you what they look like up on the screen. Awesome pads. I ended up putting some extra yoga mat foam around the power knobs. Now they're already squishy, but what I noticed when I was just trying them out inside the house and just kind of feeling them out, like for extended rides for like a long period, like, you know, 3-4 hours, how long we go out for these rides, after a while it's gonna bother, you know, your shin area. So I was like, let me just put a little bit of extra foam on there, and that made them feel even better. Like it gives you some nice squish, you know. So what can I say? They're awesome. They're basically awesome. So in the future, I'm going to be designing a lot more and making a lot more. I did find they have on Thingiverse, there's a Clark pad, like a Kong pad version, you know, that somebody put up. That it's like, maybe those are cool too to print. But after I've done these power knobs, I'm just going to start designing, because that's just the next level to go to. So I will keep you guys updated with that. But yeah, that's it. I just want to jump on and say what's up, give you an update of what's going on. And I'm loving my printers. I'm definitely going to get one more. Get one more printer. Now the other cool thing about the K1 is that it's a multicolor printer. I just have to get the multicolor system to add to it, which I will do in the future, but I'm not really that big on multicolor prints, you know, but I do want to get one more. I'll probably get the K1 Max. So it's just a lot bigger than the one that I have. And that will just save me even more time, because, you know, I have to print, you know, the brake pad on one, I have to print the power pad on the other one, and I can have maybe 2 others on the Max. So just be on the lookout for that. But all in all, This has been a great year. 2025 has been awesome. I'm looking forward to 2026. My resolution is this year, I am going to ride my ass off. No excuses. I don't care. There's many times last year when the weather was great and I thought about going out to ride, but it's like, and I just didn't do it. And now I'm just like kicking myself for it. Not next year. You know, watching the shorts, Das Shorts video of him riding from New York City to Canada has been eye-opening. Now, mind you, I talked with my guys about this a year ago. Now, obviously not riding up to Canada, but I was saying, hey, we should just like go on this EUC journey. We'll go up to the next town, rent a hotel, charge up, ride up, you know, maybe do like a 200-mile trip. And we joked about it, but no one ever really was that serious or really wanted to commit to it. Now, granted, you know, people work and all that stuff, so I totally understand. But I've already thought about doing this mission. So hopefully for 2026, I'll find at least 2 guys out of the group. It doesn't have to be the whole group, just 2 guys out of the group that want to take a weekend off. We'll do it, you know, start maybe Friday, ride up to the next town, get a hotel that night, charge up our wheel, ride up to the next town, and, you know, maybe do a 200-300 mile ride. The one thing I got from Das Short's video is maybe I won't ride up to Canada, but riding down to New York City from here, after watching his video in reverse, kind of know where to go. So I might definitely just do that, you know, instead of riding up. Let's ride down to New York City, man. We'll do 300 miles or so, you know, so maybe we'll do that. But I'll talk to the guys and see. It's just something I don't want to do myself. And, you know, I don't think my son, as much as he loves riding, I don't think that's just something he's going to be up for. But we'll see. I'm definitely getting him a new wheel for next season. We already talked about it. He wants a suspension wheel. I like actually having a patent here. My friend Jesse, he's let me borrow his patent for the winter because he can't ride it. And he's also recovering from an injury. So I've been rocking that. But my son really is taken to the patent, and like even especially for seated riding, because that's what I want. I want a wheel that he can actually comfortably ride seated. The V11 just wasn't really that for him. So he likes the way the patent feels. So I may have to go that route. But once I get him a wheel that he can sit on, then me and him are definitely going on a journey. But we'll see what happens, man. I don't want to keep this video too long, rambling and whatnot. Just want to come over here, say what's up, wish everybody a happy new year. And, you know, what's your EUC New Year's resolution? I'm not going to get into everybody's life resolution. But what are your plans for your EUC journey with the coming years? Like I said, mine is to ride as way more than I did any previous year, way more. And maybe try to get to AMP, maybe. Maybe, but we'll see. But like I said, I don't want to keep this video going too long, man. I just want to come over here, say what's up. Hope everybody's having a great, prosperous, wonderful, and joy-filled 2026. And I will see you soon. Oh. Posted a music video. Some may see it, some may haven't already, but I will link it and put a thing at the end of go check it out, man. It's pretty cool. It's not an EUC song, unfortunately. That's coming maybe for the summertime, but it's just a song I wanted to shoot a video for, and I was like, you know what, let me just put something out. I have not put something out as a solo musician in a long time. I'm always helping everybody else do projects, so I was like, let me just put something out myself. So hey, man, if you like rap music, check it out. Let me know what you think. Like I said, I'll put it at the end of this video, and I will see you really soon. Y'all be safe out there.